your boy, the Instagram leader. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share the channel, and click the bell button after subscription, and let me know what you think about my videos too as well. And also, I wanted to say a very big thank you to each and every single one of you who always come back to watch my channel, regardless of the content. And yeah, shout out to each and every single one of you in the North of America, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Australia, and every part of the world. I want to say a very big thank you to you guys. In this video, I'm simply going to walk you guys through what I normally do with my children. And let me know if you do the same too as well at the comment section, because I know each and every single one of us is simply different with, regardless of where we are coming from, okay? And in Africa, it's quite different story compared to different countries too as well. Yeah, so for you people who don't really know me, I am from West of Africa, originally from Ghana, to be specific. And in Ghana, we don't live this kind of life as much. When I say as much, I mean majority of most of our Ghanaian families, we don't go out like this to spend time with our kids, wives, and all that like that. Mostly, the fathers, what they do is they go to work, bring the money in, feed the family, and that's it. And apart from that, what the fathers do to entertain themselves is maybe go out with friends or sit somewhere with friends, have some, talk time, drink something, and, they're just good to go. There is nothing like a family time, like what you see in my video. Like going out with my wife and kids, spending some time with them, making life, like what it is. All these things, I learned it out here in Brazil because myself, I was like that. When I was coming to Brazil, I was coming with the idea, leave the kids with their mother, whatever it is, their mother has to take care of that, play with them, go out with them, and all kind of things. And even I haven't even think of kids going out. I never had the idea that like kids can simply have a good time, like what you're saying, like running about in town, visiting some interesting places like this with both parents, like mother and father. Because me specifically, growing up, I'm a 70s kid, okay? I'm a 70s, I'm a child from the 70s. So growing up in Africa, West of Africa, Ghana specifically, I didn't have any of this that you are saying because I didn't grow up like that. Like I said, where I come from, we don't live this type of lifestyle, okay? We don't live this type of lifestyle. The kind of lifestyle we live is a bit different. The difference is the father goes to work, brings in the money, and then feed the family. And when they want to have a good time, they have their friends, they go out and then, play sports or maybe chess or something like that. That's what they normally do, fathers. That's what they do. I've never spent time with my father going out, to specific places, like having a good time and stuff like that, okay? So I'm sharing this with you because I want you guys to have a typical idea of how lifestyle is out here in Brazil. So should in case you are from Africa, where I come from, or any part of the world where you don't have this kind of culture, I just want you to have a typical idea of it, and then you can simply do what? Grab this idea and then prepare yourself before flying over from wherever you're coming from, prepared. So when you come here, maybe you come with your family, or maybe you come here and then have a Brazilian wife or a Brazilian family or a Brazilian husband. All these things are very, very important for you to know so that you won't come with the idea that the kind of lifestyle you live in your country is the same kind of lifestyle people live here in Brazil. Brazil is typically a country with variety of lifestyle, okay? But most of the lifestyle or most of the common lifestyle here is what you see in my videos. that people do with their families. Even the poor people live the same life, the rich people live the same life, the middle class people live the same life. They normally take time out to go out with their kids, have a beautiful time with their kids out without any difficulty compared to where I come from. Okay, another thing I want us to look at is women. Women here, I know a whole lot of people have tried to get in touch with me so that I can help them to connect with women here in Brazil, which I don't do. I don't do that because the reason why I don't do that, I don't want to interfere, or I don't want to be, the center of your relationship, the one who it's connecting two people from different places. I don't do that. And you and I know very well that most of the people who come here, they just want to have a good time, maybe not serious relationships. So I don't want to be that kind of person. I have children, they'll grow up too as well. So imagine somebody becomes YouTuber and they just want to connect my female children to somebody who just want to come in and then just have fun and then go. So I have a whole lot of reasons why I don't connect people. I prefer giving you the tips. You pick the tips and then you yourself try and then involve yourself. If you go and then you plan something else, that one, it is you who is doing that. I'm not going to be part of it. So here, women are very supportive, like I always say in most of my videos, compared to what we have back in where I come from. I come from West Africa, so for you people who are new on this channel and don't know me, I'm from West Africa. My real my country of origin is Ghana. I'm from Greater Accra itself. And the lifestyle over there is different compared to the lifestyle here. I'm talking about when it comes to dating and the women to lifestyle too as well. When I was growing up, I knew most of the women were like, when it comes to relationship and maybe settling and stuff like that, parents, both sides normally talk about it, and then they look for a man in a different house or a different home, and then give their daughter to, and all that. It was like arranged marriage. I say marriage. Sorry, guys. Arranged marriages. Sorry, guys. Where I come from is like, most of the time we have these arranged marriages and stuff like that. My time, okay? Now, we don't have these kind of things anymore because majority of the children now, or majority of the females or girls or ladies where I come from are, simply learning something different. We don't even know where they are learning it from, because when you still come to the West, where, people talk about ladies or women, like misbehave and stuff like that. When you come here, the lifestyle is really different. It has nothing to do with what our sisters or our women back in Africa are living. You understand? I'll just say they watch too much foreign movies, so sometimes they think what they see in the movies, that's the same way people live in the West. But it's totally different. It's totally not what it is. So what I can say is you have to understand this. You simply have to understand this. There is a lot of difference. For example, when you come to West Africa, most of our African women, the ladies, most of them, or even, when you come to the West of Africa, specifically, even though I have lived in South Africa, I have my experiences with the females in South Africa too as well, but I am much more focused in the West of Africa, where I can tell you more, okay? So, don't confuse about me telling you more too about South Africa, because I've lived there too as well. So I can still tell you more, because when I was living in South Africa, I wasn't living with Ghanaians. I wasn't living with people from West Africa. I was living with South Africans. And I was living in a typical South Africa household. So I know what I'm talking about. I can still share some likeness on that one too as well. But now let me focus on our sisters and our females in the west of Africa, what they do, how they live their lifestyle. Now, they think they are living the Western life, like wearing all those Western clothes and stuff like that. But, trust me, they are doing it wrongly. They are doing it wrongly. When you come to a place like Brazil specifically, here, women, they wear those kind of clothes, but they are hardworking. They like working so much. They like to be independent. Let me just put it like that. Here, the women, they like to be independent compared to what we have where I come from in the west of Africa. Women in West Africa, most of them, they don't even know what independent life is. They just hear the word independent. I'm talking about most. I'm not saying all of them, but I say most don't even know the definition of independence this time around, because their focus is more on getting a man to marry them. Their goal in life, most of them, their goal in life is what? For a man to come and then marry them and then take care of them completely. So you see a girl who is growing up and her focus is simply on men, like the rich men, the working men. That is where their goals are, like to be able to get this kind of men, to marry them, to take care of them, to put them in a good house, a place where, they have everything, like TV, like all that, food and everything available for them to simply dive in and enjoy it without any suffering. We all know women don't really like suffering that much. They don't like it. But when you come to some place like Brazil, women are very, very independent, very, very hardworking. Most of them take care of the men. Most of them pay the men's bill. And, their understanding of life is what? To have that independence. They want to live independent life without any, like anybody telling them what to do or giving them money to buy what they want at some specific time. They don't want it that way. They completely want to live independent. So the goal of my video is to let you guys understand a typical lifestyle of how the Brazilian people live. That is why I like to walk in town, on a regular busy day, just to do my videos and then, like showing you around and then talking. So my content simply is simply there for you to have a typical idea of how Brazilians live their lifestyle. And when I go to town, you see most of the people in town are women working, like in shops, selling stuff on the streets, trying to make ends meet. And coming back to what I was saying about West African women, most of them, they misunderstand, like real life. Their concept of real life is focusing on getting a man. Their goal of a good, the idea of a good man is someone who is working and someone who can completely give them everything. You understand? So that is the idea of real life. And most of them, they don't even want to do anything, and they prefer the men doing like basically everything. So how our women start chasing their goals? That is something I have to do in a different video, like telling you guys, using social media platforms and stuff like that. I'll talk about that one too in a different video. I just don't want to do a long video, but I just want to share a little bit light on how we live here in Brazil and how the women, how independent the women like to be here in Brazil, for you people who have no idea. And also a surprising thing is the things that I have learned and how Brazil has changed a lot of, like my views and how I should live my life too as well. You can see in the video that I just shared with you guys, I'm able to go out with my kids and wife, spend some time, give the kids, even though I don't want to be there, I don't like to be in this kind of places. I always have to go because my children, they enjoy it a lot. they love it, they want to have a good time. So I have to make sure I just make that time. So let me know, in your country, do you live this kind of lifestyle? How are women in your country? I like to know at the comment section. It's always good to know. New things are never limited to share. So share it with me. Let me know at the comment section. In your country, do men go out with their kids and wives just like what you see in my videos? How is it like? How is it like? I simply want to know it. And how are the girls too like? Or how are the females in your country? How are they like? Are they independent just like the ones here in Brazil? Let me know at the comment section. It's your boy, the Supreme Leader. Thank you once again. Coming back to watch my videos regardless of the content. I just want to say thank you guys. Subscribe, click the bell button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye-bye.